Alright. Hello everyone, it's Luphisra here. I'd like to play more of Runaway Road Adventure, and I'm probably gonna finish this game today. Because I'm very near the end.
I pray that you care for my soul while it is absent from my body.
Santa Brigida, protect me with your cloak and do not allow the devil to take over my body.
Santa Brigida, protect me with your cloak and do not allow the devil to take over my body.
Jesus, my soul is clean and ready to travel to your side if you wish it to be so.
Jesus, my soul is clean and ready to travel to your side if you wish it to be so.
Enough. Please rise.
Okay, should I bring in Gina so we can get this over with?
Not so fast. We won't be doing it here. We are going to the Well of Souls.
Where?
Do not worry, it's a proper place. Do you see the well to my right? That is the place. Go.
Do we really have to go in there?
Yes, we do. Think no longer and go in. Vámonos. You will see a seat inside of our pentagram. Sit in it and prepare your mind. Oscar will help Gina and me down.
All right, whatever you say.
Okay, so a lot of cutscene at this point.
Let's begin. Now, Brian, it is important for you to stay relaxed.
Was it really necessary to tie me to the chair?
See, believe me, it was for your own safety, I assure you. Now, stare into my eyes, por favor. All the tension is flowing out of your body. You are relaxed, more and more relaxed. You feel good, muy bien. I am going to count to 3, and when I finish, you will fall into a deep slumber. 1, 2, 3. We are here to contact a being from the other side. We have the will and the medium. We have the will and the medium. The medium awaits in the center of the pentagram. Someone from this plane wishes to speak with that being. We invoke that being with all due respect. We have the will and the medium. Gina, it's your turn. Speak with that spirit. Tell him you want to talk with him.
Johnny the Indian. It's me, Gina. I need to talk with you. You were about to tell me something and we were interrupted. Now we have the chance to finish our conversation. Johnny, it's me, Gina, please.
Why does she say Johnny the Indian, not just father?
Johnny, is that you?
Gina, what the devil happened? Where am I?
The Sandretti's got you.
Yes, I remember. We were talking at the Pink Iguana when those thugs showed up, but I don't remember
I
it.
just feel like their stories are not straight. One moment it's the father, one moment it's just Johnny.
You're locked up. The Sandretti's locked you into the basement under the storeroom in the Pink Iguana.
Damn them. Gina, you've got to help me. Get me out of here, and I'll take you with me. We'll be rich, kiddo, and we'll live like kings.
So, it's true? You kept the money from the truck heist?
Of course I did. I pulled one over on those bastards. I'll share the cash with you, baby. Just get me out of here fast.
Now's not a good time. There's guards all over the place. I'll come get you out later. But tell me, where did you hide the money? The Sandretti's haven't been able to find a clue.
Of course they haven't found it. You think I'm an idiot? Those evildoers will never find the money.
You are so sly, Johnny. Where is it hidden?
Yeah, kiddo. Too smart to trust you, too. I'm not telling you one more word. Get me out of here, and I'll give you your piece of the pie.
Okay, all right. I'll come back in a while and help you escape.
I'll be waiting. Make it quick.
Johnny? Johnny?
He has departed. And I must say I don't like what I saw one bit. Gina, you have toyed with a spirit, and that can be very dangerous. I hope you don't regret it later on. But let us set that topic aside. Brian is exhausted and needs to rest. Oscar, untie Brian.
Like, see, this is what I'm talking about. It's weird.
Only bad.
Isn't the person his dad? right? The whole start of the game, they're like, oh, that's the father. But then throughout the game, it's like, oh, it's Johnny. And then when they're talking in the medium seance thing,
Ow! Gina!
Oscar put you in bed. You've been asleep for nearly 24 hours.
they don't. That's not like a father and daughter talking.
You exhausted. Do you remember anything that happened in the Well of Souls?
Enough! Everything seemed like a dream. It was like I was floating above your heads. But I perfectly remember that you didn't invoke your father.
So that's not the father. Oh.
Johnny the Indian.
That's it.
Who's Johnny the Indian?
Don't you think you owe me an explanation?
Yes, I guess so. Well, here goes. Remember everything I told you about my father's death in the hospital?
Yeah, of course I remember.
Well, it wasn't exactly true.
You mean your father didn't?
No, he's perfectly fine. And he doesn't work for the government, like I said. He breeds sheep in Marion.
So the game lied to us.
You invented all of that?
Not exactly. Let me explain. I really did work at the Pink Iguana, but I wasn't really a singer. I performed in another type of show. That night, when my act was over, I talked to Johnny the Indian, a pretty shady fellow who'd just gotten out on parole. Johnny had a few too many. He told me he was going to start a...
So the game pretty much tricked us as well.
He showed me the crucifix he wore around his neck the whole
'Cause
4 years.
I remember, and I don't know if it's just me, we didn't see this guy in the starting screen, didn't we? When we started the game? It's not this guy, it's the old man, correct?
Christianity or something like that. And then the Sandretti...
Like, someone could go and watch the previous streams and tell me if I'm not, like,
saw me.
my mind is not playing tricks on me.
Death in the storeroom of the Pink Iguana was true, but it wasn't my father they killed. It was Johnny. They interrogated him and beat him to a pulp. I'd heard of this.
Okay, yeah, no, it's not, earlier in the game, they didn't beat Johnny.
When I saw them,
They showed us an old man.
scream, so they found me out and I ran as fast as I could down the alley.
Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. This game is low.
But why
Oh,
were they
sorry.
interrogating him? What did he do?
Well, Johnny had just spent 4 years in the slammer for holding up a truck. The whole heist was set up by the Sandrettis. Johnny was part of the group that did the job. In the beginning, the theft was a success, a fast robbery with no deaths or injuries. The money was supposed to be handed over to the Sandrettis in a garage a few hours later, but someone set a trap. The garage was full of cops, and the thieves were arrested. Luckily for them, the Sandrettis didn't show up personally, so no one could prove they were involved. However, they didn't catch all the thieves. For some reason, Johnny managed to get away, and they didn't find him till 2 days later near the Mexican border. More importantly, the money from the robbery never appeared.
What do you mean?
It wasn't in the garage, and Johnny didn't have it when they arrested him. He swore he escaped from the garage without taking a cent. Despite all their investigations, the police never found the cash. From what I heard the night they killed Johnny, the Sandretti suspected he'd kept the money, and that he was the one who informed the cops and set up the raid on the garage. They thought he'd hidden the dough somewhere during the 2 days he was hiding out, and that he had let himself get caught, so the Sandrettis wouldn't suspect anything.
You think someone with that much money would allow himself to be caught knowing he'd be put away for years?
Yeah, if he didn't have any other choice. He knew that if he ran off with the money, the Sandrettis would find out and hunt him down long before the police did. He must have thought 20 million bucks were well worth 4 years in prison.
20 million?
20 million! No doubt Johnny thought that by the time he was released, the Sandrettis would have forgotten the whole story, and that he could enjoy a great retirement. But things didn't work out that way. The Sandrettis don't forget 20 million bucks just because, and they were looking for him the day he got out of jail.
So, when the Sandrettis interrogated him, did they get the truth out of him?
No, that animal Gustav killed him too fast, and Johnny never acknowledged having kept the money.
So we don't know if Johnny really even had it.
Oh, yes, we do. He told me so through your mouth during the seance. The bad thing is, I couldn't get him to tell me where he hid the money.
So, all you were really interested in the whole time was getting that money, huh?
No, well, at least not at first. I was just trying to save...
That's stupid. I'm so sorry.
...to a murder, and knew that they would snuff me out to keep me from talking. After that, I admit I thought if we found the money, I could start a new life far from the Sandrettis. Is that so terrible?
Depends
Yes.
how you look at it. What I don't understand
It's terrible.
is why they didn't knock us off in Chicago when they had us trapped in the museum.
Someone at the Pink Iguana probably told them Johnny had talked to me before they killed him. They must have thought I knew something about the money, and they wanted to get it out of me. Lucky you were so great and got us out of that awful cabin.
Oh, don't suck up to me now. You've been fooling me all this time. I'm such an idiot. I walked right into your trap.
Please, Brian, you've got to forgive me.
No.
I swear I never wanted to lie to you, but I was scared to death. And I was
I'm sorry, don't use that as a fucking excuse.
Well, you're wrong there. I'm so stupid I'd have helped you anyway. But this is the end of it. I'm leaving straight for California, and you?
No, please. You know they'll kill me. Sooner or later they'll find me and do me in.
Oh, die then for all I care.
Find the money and use it to start a new life. You know that. Please don't leave me alone now. Help me.
Okay. I'll help
Why
you
did
find
you
that
say
cursed
okay?
money. And then, I never want to see you again as long as I live.
Don't say that. I really...
Fuck you.
Oh, please. Don't play me for a sucker again. I already said I'd help you. Save the sorry act for the theater.
Don't believe me if you don't want to, but I'm being sincere.
Shut up, bitch.
Find the money. Half will be yours.
Shut
I don't have
up.
a dime of that money.
Do whatever you want.
Well, we know Johnny safeguarded the
This
money
is
somewhere
stupid.
nearby. And no matter how strange it seems, the finger in the bottle must have something to do with it. But where should we start to look?
Look, while you were asleep, I remembered something Johnny told me years ago, before the robbery.
What?
He said that he used to take time off between jobs.
This is bad if the game has to keep explaining everything to you, you know?
An old trailer where
It's not good storytelling.
New York. That trailer can't be very far from here. And if we find it, maybe there'll be some clues about the money inside.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Well, I'll start with that and try to find that trailer.
I'm going with you. My leg is much better.
No way. You haven't recovered yet, and I don't want to have to carry you.
Are you gonna be mad at me for the rest of your...
Yes.
No, because I plan on removing you from it soon.
Fine, just go alone if my company annoys you.
I'm leaving, but don't worry. I'll be back.
Goodbye.
Punch you in the face. What kind of stupid... This is like what you said, poor form. Okay, they did something that, you know, like Heavy Rain did. No? Which is another game where the game lies to you. And it's one of the reasons why I did not finish the Arsene Lupin game, because they did something similar where they kind of like lied to the player on how things went. Because from what I remembered, like earlier in game, they showed us an old man that was talking to Gina. And it was an old man getting beaten up. So they did that on purpose to lie to us that it was her father. Only it wasn't the father. It was Johnny all along. So they just completely lied to the player, and that's why the entire story doesn't make sense. So this makes Gina even worse. Because initially, although she's already terrible, you could argue that, oh, it's because her father died. And she really wants to find out, even though she's shit. Okay, she didn't really do anything. But you can argue that she cared enough that she wants to try, even if it's to trick or guilt trip Brian to helping her to find out what happened to the father. Turns out that's the case at all. All she cares about is money. The whole time, you know, she cared about the money. She can argue it's about like being a witness to murder all she wants, but just like what the mafia people said, she could have went to the police. And they were surprised why she didn't go to the police, because they expected her to. They were prepared to be encountering the police and be involved. There was, you know, and yet she never called the police. She never went to the police because she's all about the money. So that's even worse for Gina to pretend to care about like Brian when initially all she wanted was the cash. She was willing to drag an innocent man with a whole life ahead of him. You know, a college kid. You know? And I don't know the age of Gina. She's probably supposed to be around like Brian's age, but I'm imagining Brian to be a little bit younger. Just because of the different like the jobs and stuff that, you know, And he just graduated college and going into university. So Brian's not that old, you know. He's pretty young. She was willing to drag an innocent man into danger, have his life risked just because she wanted cash. And knowing that there's like 2 games after this, where I know Brian stays with Gina. So they end up having some kind of relationship. And I'm supposed to believe somehow or be convinced that there's like a love story there. And care for these characters. Like, when you have Gina being such a shit show. Like, I mean, Brian is boring. Okay, Brian is bland. Okay, he's no Judge Stobart. Okay, he's no Gabriel Knight. He's just a really bland, boring character. I don't care much for him at all, but I mean, he's just bland and boring. He's, you know? But Gina is just shit. And there's 2 games after this where they're a couple. I'm supposed to be convinced that it's like love or something. How? Why? Because it's not like George and Nico, where you see, even though yes, George kind of in a way did have a little love at first sight thing because she saw Nico and how like beautiful she is, but you see their relationship build. Okay, it's not like it came out of nowhere, like, all of us immediately or anything. Actually, they didn't lie to each other, first of all. But this one is just, I don't, how? Why? It makes me feel like, should I play the second, third game at all? At this point? Because I thought there, at least, if there's a good ending, maybe it could get better. You know? Because, you know, like, endings, it could pull up some points for me, in terms of the game. But this one's just shit. It's not looking good at all. It's not. It's terrible, mind you. It was bad enough already. I don't know, man. This is not good. This is not good. Okay, go to Douglasville.
I think the first thing I'll do is go see Sushi. I've got to speak with someone I can trust about all of this. Hi, Sushi.
Hi, Brian. How's it going? Did you find anything out?
Actually, I did, but I'm not sure whether I'm too happy about it.
Why's that? What happened?
Everything Gina told me.
No, I feel like
mess has turned out to
I feel like Brian and Sushi have a better like relationship story.
You remember about Gina's father?
Yeah, the poor girl saw them murder him in cold blood right before her very eyes.
Well, forget about the murder. The old guy is living peacefully, breeding sheep in Marion Bridge, Utah.
What?
And that's when Gina told me the truth. She can't return to New York because she wouldn't last 2 days. She plans to have me help her find the money that Johnny stole so she can start a new life. I don't know what to do. I'm not interested in the money, but I don't want to leave Gina high and dry.
Why not?
Besides, my life isn't worth much more than Gina's at this point.
Well, the way I look at it, that money has no owner at this point. It'd be better for Gina to keep it and start that...
What kind of stupid logic is that?
Those awful Sandretti mob guys. As for the bank the money was stolen from, I'm sure it got an insurance payoff years ago, so nobody will lose out.
I don't know. Ever since I left New York, I feel like I've lost control of my life.
What the fuck's wrong with the developers and your mindset?
They decide what I can and can't do.
Do they have some fucked up logic or something?
Computer adventures? Yeah, I love them. Cheer up, Brian. You know you can count on me for help.
Again with the fall wall breaking thing. I don't like that.
Anyway, I gotta try and find Johnny's old trailer. We know it's around here somewhere. And and I'm sure I'll find clues in it leading me to the money.
An old trailer. I don't remember seeing one, but the truth is that I don't leave.
How is this like series so hyped up?
Maybe
Why do people say like this is one of the better series from Pendulum Studios?
See you around, Sushi.
Okay. See you soon.
I have the feeling like the first game I ever played, the next big thing is like the best game I played out of the entire company. Because what the fuck's this? What the fuck's that logic? Oh, the money is stolen. It's free. Yeah, let's give it to Gina, who's a freaking asshole, willing to murder people. You know, let them get involved with mafia and die because bitch wants money. And then Sushi said, oh yeah, sure, let her have it. Better than the mob, guys. First off, the money belongs to the bank. You should return it. It doesn't matter if they have insurance or shit to it's their money. They stole someone's money. Okay? So, best thing, especially with everything that's going on, call the damn police, mind you. Tell them everything you know so they can capture the mob people if they could. Or at the very least, throw Gina into jail, bitch. I'm sorry, she's an accomplice at this point. She knows what's going on, man. She's just okay with it. You know, saw the guy die. And okay with that too, apparently. That she's so shocked, but I don't see that. I mean, okay, the friend was involved in the mob. He crossed them. He died. Okay, it's on him. Clive died for nothing. What did Clive do? Up until this point, like, okay, no one mentioned Clive. Okay? Like, Gina's a bitch, alright? Like, Gina can go fuck herself. She doesn't care about anyone. But what about Brian? It's your friend. You learn the truth, and not a single moment you think, oh my god, my friend Clive died for nothing. He thought that he could save our lives by giving what the mob people what they want. Ends up dead. The cleaner guy? The janitor? What did he do? I mean, sure, he is, you know, selling stuff on the side. He's doing illegal shit. But did he deserve to die like that? Like, so many innocent people die. You don't blink and bat an eyelash. You don't say shit. You don't even mention to Gina that, hey, my friend died because of you. Because you wanted money. And then it's worse, but because you know that, like, or at least for me, I know because I bought the bundle. Brian ends up with Gina. They end up dating. Meaning he didn't care enough about the friend or anyone else dying to stop him from dating Gina. Why? At this point, it's not because of her personality that's good or anything. No, she's because she's a fucking bitch. She's just pretty. You know, she's just pretty at this point. There's nothing to her than that. It's not like yesterday, where the girlfriend is actually a good person, and despite hating, you know, and really hating on John when they first saw each other, because in her mind, like, John abandoned her pretty much. They were supposed to elope and shit. Even then, helped him escape from dangerous people after him. And then became a great character, apparently. He got her own job, her life. Badass, pretty much. You know, but Gina? And knowing that they end up dating? So you're just okay with this girl letting your friend get murdered? No, nothing. Because of money, nothing. You're just okay with that? You just date her anyways? You don't feel anything? Like... I don't know about this series anymore. I don't. I really don't. Give the bank brochure to Sushi. What bank brochure? Hold on, let me take a look. Speak to Saturn. Might skip a few steps, so let me just go and do that.
Hello, Saturn. How's it going with the idea blasting helmet?
Hello, BB. The helmet is excellent, amazing. The only problem is the Great Desequa,
The what?
the statue I had hanging on the crane. It's disappeared. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Me? No, not a clue. It's so odd, don't you think?
Yeah, well, I hope it's just one of Rutger's little practical jokes, though he assured me he knows nothing.
Don't worry, I'm sure it'll turn up.
I hope so.
I mean, if you go peek at the bank, I am sure you can find it.
Hey, when you've gone out looking for raw materials, did you happen to see a trailer?
I think I recall seeing an old trailer one time. Yes, but it didn't seem like anyone lived in it. It looked abandoned.
And where was that, Saturn? Don't you remember? It's really important.
Well, let me think. That must have been 7 or 8 months ago. And at that time, I was involved in a project for which I needed a large quantity of clay. So I was in search of argillaceous zones. By the way, have I mentioned a simply amazing work? The construction of an exact replica of the city of Florence in the second half of the 14th century. Splendor of Florence. It's one of my greatest works. You see, I was trying to capture the spirit that...
Listen, Saturn, that's interesting and all, but I'm in kind of a hurry. I'll drop by later so you can fill me in on your great work, but please just tell me where you saw that trailer for now.
All right, I shall. It was on the other side of Painted Canyon Gulch, to the south of Douglasville, about 1 hour away from here.
Okay, I hope I can find it.
You should really reflect on your life, BB. You always seem to be searching for something you don't have.
We'll discuss that later, Saturn. See you soon.
Ciao.
Yeah. I don't understand. I don't like this game at all. The whole plot, like just lying to the players itself, turns me off already from the game. I don't like that. You know, like another game Heavy Rain did something similar, and I just watch other people play. I didn't even play it myself, and I got pissed. I stopped playing Arsene Lupin because they did something kind of on that scale, but not as bad. This one's just shit, man.
Okay, let's see if I'm able to find that trailer. Ha! There's the trailer. No doubt about it. That's gotta be the one. Okay, let's see what I find around here.
Fun to play an evil campaign. Oh no, let's look from the start, please. I mean, it's bad. Like, it's just really bad storytelling. Like, you have to lie to your players to get the plot twist in. And y'all know, since I've played so many games at this point, there are some good games out there that have like good plot twists. And as much as I hate it, I hated the choice. Black Mirror 2. I won't spoil it for anyone who has not watched that playthrough or haven't played the game yet. Black Mirror 2. All I can say, when it comes to plot twists off the top of my mind right now, that one is... that's up there. Do I like it? Do I like that ending of that game? Not really. It's not high up on my list, obviously, but that plot twist is high up there. That's some plot twist. Black Mirror has quite a few of that plot twist. Pretty much. Black Mirror 2 and 3. Plot twist in that one. Oh. Even if I don't like the ending, okay, of the two games. I can admit that the plot twist in Black Mirror, they did it good. I didn't expect it. But they did it good. I'm just saying. But they're good. There are ways to make a story good and have plot twists without needing to lie to your players, you know?
It's closed.
Just open it then.
Impossible. It's locked up tight. Sure. By using it as a lever, I might get that door open. It worked! I'm in. Let's see what I find inside. What a stench! Place is a mess. I'd better move fast and get out of here as soon as possible. It's just filled with old clothes.
Really nothing.
It's as big of a mess as the rest of this disgusting trailer. Okay, I'll just rummage through these papers. This looks interesting. It's an advertisement for a bank. That may be where the money is. How weird. This looks like a nun's habit. No, why would I want to take that? Plus, I'm very
I would have taken it. Especially with, like, throughout the entire journey, with everything that happened, anything suspicious or weird, take it. If you can use it, take it. Haven't you learned at this point? But sure, leave it there. I have to come back later. Douglasville. Here you go. Go upstairs. At this point, I feel like I want to, like, not play the second and third game because I don't really care for this series anymore.
sushi.
I could play other games better than this one.
Anything newsy?
I found Johnny's trailer.
How cool! And did you find any clues leading to the money?
Yeah, I found a brochure for a maximum security bank in the trailer. I'd appreciate it a lot if you could investigate it on the internet and find out about the bank.
Sure, that's a cinch.
I'm just curious, how did, like,
I'm wrapped up in.
how does, like, Sushi get all the electricity
Okay, thanks, Sushi.
No,
and
no,
internet,
I'll
like,
report back later.
in this abandoned town? I don't see no satellite and stuff here. But sure. So my panels by generator. I mean, she can make her own electricity, sure, but what about internet? You need to have coverage. I don't think that a company would, like, choose to cover or have coverage at an abandoned town. You know? I'm just weird. You know, I don't know. You know what? Why am I using logic in this game? I should not do that. I know not to do that now, okay? It's just whatever. Okay? It's runaway game logic at this point. Okay. Exit town. Re-enter town again. Speak to Sushi.
Come on up, fast! I've got some really juicy news.
I'm coming. So, what did you find out?
First of all, I investigated.
I just realized that her screensaver on the computer, it says Runaway.
National Bank. The customers rent safety deposit boxes to keep their stuff in. Money, jewelry, antiques, whatever. They don't have to give any explanation at all of what's deposited inside. And I assure you, the place is a veritable fortress. I need not say that there has never been a robbery or even an attempted robbery.
Then, do you think Johnny put the money there?
Well, it's a possibility. This type of bank charges its customers a fortune, and in turn they pay astronomical taxes to the government in exchange for certain immunity. I mean, the police have no access to listed customers or the items on deposit. That undoubtedly makes it a pretty safe place to stash money. Using my amazing skills, I broke into the bank's database, but I didn't see the name Johnny anywhere on the list of customers.
Probably doesn't use the real name, though.
If Johnny wanted to hide the money there, I'm sure he was more concerned about throwing the Sandrettis off than the police. But what really gave me a big clue was the security system used at the Mojave Bank. When customers rent a safety deposit box, they receive no key or magnetic card whatsoever. Nothing. What they do is perform a fingerprint analysis. And when
That's what the finger is for.
they just place their index finger on a scanner for the computer to identify their fingerprint. And then they're let in. You catch my drift?
Yeah, you're thinking
The bottle.
formaldehyde I found in the sacred crypt.
There you go. Then I researched the
Sure.
and I entered
That's how you explain away.
Tawangyama.
Of course.
I verified that he showed up dead in a New York alley 2 days ago. I kept following the lead of his last name, which obviously isn't very common, and I found an interesting bit of info. 4 years back, a woman's corpse floated up in the Green Gila River. When they checked her identity, she turned out to be Sister Juana Buenadicha of the Santa Clara Mission in California. She'd been strangled and thrown into the river.
A nun? No way! How was she connected to all this?
Juana Buenadicha is the name she took when she entered the order. That woman wasn't Indian, though, and her real name was Mary Tawangyama.
Was she related to Johnny?
It was
Probably.
her sister. Guess what was missing from the body when they found it?
I bet.
The finger.
Her right index finger.
Bingo! And whose name do you think the safety deposit box at the Mojave Bank was rented to for 10 years?
Sister Juana Benedicha?
Exactly. It all fits together now. Johnny made his sister rent the safety deposit box at the Mojave Bank and put all the money there. I don't think he planned on killing her in the beginning, but by the end, he was afraid she would betray him while he was in prison. That scoundrel preferred not to risk it. So
Damn, that's evil.
cut her finger off and tossed the body in.
Killed your own twin
I guess
sister?
It would be hard to disguise himself as a nun and use his sister's finger to take out the money when the time came. Hiding the finger in the sacred Hopi crypt seems a bit unlikely, but I think he was running out of time by then, and he needed a safe place to keep the finger for all of the years he was going to be locked up in jail. He knew about the crypt, and it seemed like a
Yeah, wow.
I suppose that what he
You know what?
was that the
This part of the plot line of the story
and the minute
is actually not bad.
Good work, Sushi. I'm amazed.
Thanks.
If only they used it from the beginning.
Stop you from taking the money using the plan Johnny already cooked up. Just to be on the safe side, it would be better for Gina to dress up as Juana Buenadicha. She can put on a nun outfit and use the finger. I don't think she'll have any trouble taking out the cash. These banks are famous for not asking lots of questions.
Sushi, it's only fair for you to get some of the money. You've definitely earned your share. I don't really need it.
No, Brian, you know, I don't like to talk about this, but I've actually got a lot of my own money already.
I can tell.
Inherited a truckload and won't be able to spend it all if I live 1,000 years. I'm not interested in money, probably because I've never needed it. That's just me.
I mean, she bought an entire town.
Have Gina get the money and start a new life. You just have to get a nun costume, and that shouldn't be a
Wait, now I remember. When I was in Johnny's trailer,
You know what? Had they used this storyline from the beginning,
Sure, it was his sister's.
without lying to the players, just sprinkle like clues all over,
Goodbye.
let us slowly discover the Johnny's story,
for a while. See ya.
Gina's story, and discover the whole plot behind the bank. You know, I would have liked it better because this plot line with Johnny and the killing the sister, the money thing, that's interesting. That's not a bad plot. Why do you have to lie and trick the players and then go all crazy with all the all the different kind of plots and aliens and shit? You know? You could have focused on this actual plot instead, you know? And then it would have won over way better. But no, they had to just go crazy and go off the deep end. It's just, and only at the end they're trying to wrap things up, trying to explain everything, which is not good storytelling. You know, if you have to have a character just explain everything, their motive and everything that happened, that's not great.
Okay, but it gives me the creeps to take it. Think of that poor woman killed by her own scoundrel of a brother.
Yeah, horrible.
And look, the habit is just Gina's side.
Like Johnny dying? Yeah, you deserved it, buddy. I'm sorry. You're a terrible person.
Okay, all set. Now for the money. Hey, I hear the sound of an engine in the distance. I
Hide,
think a car is
bitch.
approaching. It might be dangerous. I'd better hide just in case.
Stop talking to yourself and hide already. It's but probably the mafia people, I'm sure.
No, not now. Those dumb goons, Gustav and Fyodor. They found us.
Here's the trailer, just like Bob said.
Yeah, but I don't think Johnny the Indian was dumb enough to hide the cash here.
I don't either, but we better check. Did you see that? Fresh footprints by the door.
Do you think they belong to that idiot and that bimbo?
They only belong to one person. And by the size
Oh, so how do you have fresh footprints by the door
tells
when
me they're close by.
the soil is dry as
Try
fuck?
and find where Johnny stashed the dough. I bet they'll come back here, either together or alone.
What if they have the money?
Nah, I don't think so. Plus, finding them in this area.
In order to make a footprint, you need to have a wet foot
Let's do
and wet
this
dust.
trailer and wait for a while to
Dust mucking? You know what? Maybe.
Then we'll go out and look for them. And mark my words, we'll find them, whatever it takes. And when we do, they'll wish they'd never been born. Come on.
Well, when they're searching, run.
Rotten killers. I've got to do something before those two find us.
Okay. Got the star. Go to Mama Doriti's house. Give this to
That
Oscar.
doesn't seem like a very good idea.
I need to go up to him first.
Oscar,
What's up, Brian?
your life has a new mission. I've spoken to Mama Dorita about this, and she fully agrees.
Well, what is it?
Oscar, you've been named the new sheriff of Douglasville.
Wow.
Please raise your right hand so I can swear you in. Repeat after me. I promise to defend, with my life if necessary, the laws set down in the Constitution of this nation.
I promise to defend with my wife, if necessary, the laws down in that constitution.
Why did I have to whip my wife part?
And I swear I will do everything necessary to ensure that these laws are not violated and to pursue anyone who might attempt to break them.
And I swear, I'll do things necessary to ensure them laws aren't violated and to pursue anyone
I feel bad
who
for
might
Oscar
attempt to break them.
that
Perfect. Oscar,
this dude lied to him.
I officially name you Sheriff of Douglasville.
Again, it's not anything terrible, but still.
Andy,
Sheriff Oscar, your first mission has already come in. Listen, you've got to go to...
hey, what about my weapon?
What?
My sheriff's weapon. What kind of law enforcement official can I be without a weapon?
Yeah, you're right. Of course, your sheriff's weapon. Sorry, I forgot to bring that. I'll go get it. You wait here and I'll be back faster than you can say sheriff. Yes, I know the rifle Sushi shot me with when I got to Douglasville has to be around here somewhere. I know she won't mind if I take it.
Now this is looking better.
Just don't shoot at anyone.
Okay. What is
Like-
my first mission as sheriff?
Look,
Just don't shoot at everyone you see, okay?
There's a couple
Please?
of guys creating a ruckus and frightening the locals. You've got to stop them and lock them up in the Douglasville jail. But watch your step, partner. These guys are armed and dangerous.
Don't you worry, friend. In the penitentiary, they used to call me Terminator. I'm going after them.
Good luck. I'm sure you can do the job, Sheriff. Okay, the best thing to do would be to head for Douglasville and wait there until Oscar's completed his mission. From this window, I'll be able to see Oscar when he arrives. Here comes Gustav and Theodore's car. And Oscar is driving, so I guess everything went okay. Yes, he's pulling them out of the car, and he's tied them up hand and foot. What a tough dude! He's grabbed each of them by one arm and is dragging him into the jail.
Nice!
Whoa, he's so buff. I've got to tell Sushi. Sushi, good news!
Really? What is it?
Those cursed assassins are now locked away in the town jail.
But how did
Let's hope it doesn't backfire. I really hope.
Sheriff and gave him his first mission to capture those two killers.
No way. You're unbelievable, Brian.
That big guy Oscar is unbelievable. By the way, I gave him your rifle so he could carry out his mission. You don't mind, do you?
No, that's okay. Plus, I won't be needing it anymore. Law and order have been brought back to town.
But seriously, this is all good. but it doesn't solve the real problem. Besides, we're not exactly the murdering types. And even if we were, all we'd achieve by eliminating Gustav and Fyodor is for the Sandrettis to send more killers after us.
Yep, you're right. We've got to think of something to free us of the Sandrettis for good.
You said it. You know what? I think I'll go and congratulate Oscar and get the pleasure of seeing those two thugs behind bars. Are you coming?
No, not right now. You go, and I'll keep thinking of a plan.
All right, see you soon.
Come with a brainwashing machine, maybe? Erase their memory or something? Okay, so we go to sheriff's office. He just automatically walks over, okay. You just have to watch a slow walk of slowness.
Oscar, good work. You managed to catch those two bad guys.
Thanks, but I was just doing my job. Those two bandits thought they could beat me with a little gun and some knives.
Yeah, they were really fooling themselves. You locked them up in the cell, right?
Yeah, the things they were carrying are in a jail bag on the desk in the office.
Perfect, Oscar. You're a real professional.
Just doing my work. By the way, Brian, from now on, would you mind calling me Sheriff?
Of course not. It would be a pleasure, Sheriff.
Okay, I'll go inside.
Hi, guys.
You're the moron behind all this?
Not as much of a moron as you, it seems. This time you've met your match, one would say. Wouldn't you, boys?
You mean that orangutan? He caught us off guard.
He didn't look dangerous with that silly face.
I'd watch my mouth if I were you. If Oscar hears you, I accept no responsibility for his actions.
You're some smart-aleck kid, but you're out of your league. Stop playing funny, boy. You're a dead man.
Yeah, deader than that corpse there behind you.
I don't think you should be threatening anyone at this point.
Actually, the corpse is behind you.
And speaking of that guy back there, take a good look, because that's how you guys are gonna end up. What a waste of time talking to two killers.
Where's the girl?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay, examining the stuff those two guys were carrying around may give us some ideas. The canvas is pretty worn out, but I don't think it'll tear.
Give it a rest, One Eye.
Let me take a look. A gun, 3 loaders, a few knives, brass knuckles, a couple of wallets, and a cell phone. Run-of-the-mill stuff.
Okay. Show the back to Sushi, apparently.
Sushi,
Yes, Brian.
I brought you everything Gustav and Fyodor had on them. Maybe you can use it to investigate on the internet or something like that.
Okay, as soon as I have time, I'll take a look at it. Leave it on the table for me, please.
All right, it's all inside a jail bag.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just leave and then come back as I did before. Okay, let me go away. Come back again and go to Sushi.
Sushi, sorry for disturbing you.
No problem.
Have you taken a look at Gustav and Fyodor's things?
Yeah, but I bet all their papers are fake. I haven't found any information on their past on the internet. Although, well, there is one thing I discovered. Gustav is a total movie fan.
Movies? How do you know?
While looking through his wallet, I found a season ticket to the Film Archives of New York. Can you believe it? That animal is a cinema lover. I don't want to imagine what his favorite films are. You know, movies are what I miss most since moving here. In Boston, I used to go 2 or 3 times a week.
You like movies? Oh, I do too. I'm a major movie freak.
Oh yeah? So tell me, who is your favorite director?
Woody Allen.
He's my favorite too. I know it's hard to pick since there are so many good ones, but which of his movies do you like best?
Manhattan Murder Mystery.
I love that one. Do you remember the scene where... Hey, wait a minute. I think I've got an idea to solve all this. Just let me think for a minute here, but it should work. Wait, let me organize everything and then I'll explain.
But can't you tell me about your bright idea?
No,
I'm just trying to get through as quickly as possible. I just want to get this over with.
Come back in an hour, okay?
Seems like...
Okay, automatically, an hour later.
Well?
Let me explain. Remember how in Manhattan Murder Mystery they record the husband's voice in order to pretend that he makes a phone call later on?
Yeah, sure I remember.
My idea is to do something similar. We'll call the Sandrettis pretending to be one of the thugs. There's a cellular phone in Gustav and Theodore's things. I've looked through it, and there's a number memorized as bosses, which is undoubtedly the number they call to report to the Sandrettis. We use a more sophisticated system than in the movie. A voice emulation program I downloaded once from a website called The Way Secret and Fully Invincible.
What would we achieve by calling the Sandrettis and pretending to be the thugs?
We'll make them suspect that Gustav and Theodore are intending to keep the cash for themselves.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. How do we do it?
You have to record the thugs' voices so I can enter samples into the program. It'll analyze them and create a filter which we can use on any voice to make it sound like the voice of those killers.
Program is that good?
Guaranteed. Meanwhile, you have to record Gina saying something like, "You lying murderer, you killed him and now you want to keep the money." Gina is on our side, so we can just use her voice. We don't need to emulate it. Got it?
Yeah, but are you sure this is gonna work?
Of course I am. Don't you worry. Just do your part and leave the rest up to me. There's an MP3 recorder on the table. Go get it and record those voices, please.
All right, I will.
Okay, don't take too long.
All right, we're close to the end now.
Small and incredibly light.
So go back to the sheriff's office. All I have to say though, Sushi grew on me. I like Sushi. She's a great character. So use the MP3 on this two people.
Okay, let's do it.
Just talk and record.
Hi guys, how's it going?
What kind of game do you think you're playing, kid? Let us go now, and you might get out of this alive.
I'm starving. Aren't you going to feed us? Man, they get better treatment at Shawshank.
By this time, the Sandrettis must be asking themselves why we haven't called in for 2 hours. It won't take them long to send someone out looking for us. Get ready, you worm!
Hey, I think I'm ready to re-enter society. Why don't you let me out so I can integrate and start a new life? The first thing I plan to do is go massacre your whole family.
Why don't you shut your trap, you Russian retard?
Give it a rest, One-Eye.
Come on, boys, don't argue. Cellmates are supposed to get along.
Hello, Shroom. This game is terrible.
Recorded.
Why don't you shut your trap?
Yeah, you're very good timing. We're right at the end. You miss all the bad parts of the game though, so don't you worry about that. You know, it's so bad that you would be glad you're not here. I had to suffer through it, but you don't. Okay, so go back to Sushi. Oh wait, do I need to go talk to Gina? I need to go talk to Gina. Hold on, let me go talk to Gina.
Hello, Mama Dorina?
Welcome to my little hacienda, right?
Is that it hurt things? I regret, man. The only good thing is that I bought this on a bundle on sale. It was cheap.
I'd like to see Gina.
Go
I'm even contemplating whether I want to play the second and third game because of how horrible the first game is.
Well, hello, Gina.
Johnny!
You tricked me, you hussy. Now you're gonna die. Now you know how it feels to be dead.
Calm down. You were asleep. You must have been having a nightmare.
Yeah, it was horrible. Johnny.
You deserved it.
Great to kill me.
There. It's all over now.
Yeah, good thing you got here and saved me from Johnny. You don't look so angry with me anymore.
Well, let's drop that. Listen, come up with a plan for us to keep the money and get rid of the Sandrettis forever. I need to record you saying, "You awful killer! You killed him and now you want to keep the money for yourselves!"
But what for? Explain it to me.
There's no time, Gina. Just trust me. Come on, let's rehearse once before recording. Let me remind you of the sentence. "You awful killer! You killed him and keep the money for yourselves!"
You awful lying killer. You killed him and now you want to keep the money for yourselves.
That was pretty bad, Gina. When you lied to me, you did a much better job. Come on, try again.
You lying killer. You killed him. And
That's
now
still very horrible, Gina.
you want to keep the money for yourselves.
Better, but it still doesn't sound real. Try it once more.
You lying killer. You killed him, and now you want to keep the money for yourselves.
Well, it's no Oscar performance, but it'll do.
It's time to research trying to explain it. It's
Say it again.
the entire thing.
You lying killer. You killed him.
The worst part about this game is that
yourselves.
they're explaining everything. It's kind of like a Nancy Drew game where you don't know the plot of why the culprit's doing what they did,
And we'll go find
you know, and then
Aren't you gonna tell me
Nancy
the
explains everything at the end in the letter.
Right now, I have to leave.
They do that in this game,
Don't take long, please.
pretty much.
No, don't worry. See you soon.
See you.
You know, it's like the entire game they just lie to you, and then they have to explain everything at the end, which sucks.
Now it's all recorded. I should take the recorder to Sushi ASAP so she can implement the plan.
Okay, just go back to Sushi and give the MP3 to her. Let me just watch a cutscene.
Hey, Sushi.
Hi. Did you get the recordings?
Yes, I have it all.
Excellent. Leave the recorder on the desk and give me an hour to organize everything.
Whatever you say. See you in an hour.
Bye.
I know, that is Lonnie. She voices pretty much the majority of the female characters in this
Now
game.
it's me.
So I've been hearing her a lot. But it does take away from immersion though, because you hear Lonnie
All set. Look at this.
and she sounds very similar to whenever she voiced a character in the game.
Bag of pond scum.
How does it sound?
Wonderful, Sushi. And you said I was unbelievable. You're the amazing one.
Well, it's no big deal. I ended up using Gustav's voice because he seemed like the thug leading the show. We'll make the call using my computer, but the computer has a system that will make them think they're receiving the call from Gustav and Theodore's cell phone. I've also prepared the sample of Gina with a few
Yes.
including
She voices Gina.
Let's go.
She voices 2 drag queens. She voices Sushi. She voices a lot of characters in this game. Like way too much. So I keep hearing her and it's like, oh, Lonnie again. And the worst part is because I hear her and she sounds just like Nancy. Then I'm like,
It's about time.
not immersive, you know.
We nabbed.
Yeah, she did voice 2 drag queens.
Information out of them?
It's what we suspected, boss. Johnny told that floozy where the money was hidden before we did away with him.
I knew it. So, what about the cash? Do you have it back?
Bad news, Chief. The money's history.
What? What do you mean it's history?
Let me explain, boss. When we got here and found that bimbo and her little friend, we decided to follow them without them seeing us. You know, to see if they lead us to the cash.
And?
And it worked, boss. We followed them to an old abandoned mine. And apparently that's where Johnny hid the booty after the heist. We caught him by surprise exiting the mine with 2 huge trunks. But this stupid mule Theodore jumped the gun, as usual, and shot too soon.
You useless, incompetent donkeys!
Theodore missed and they ran back into the mine. We chased after him and trapped him at the end of the mine shaft full of boxes. Boxes of dynamite, that is. I screamed at Theodore, "Don't shoot!" But that dimwit of a Russian had already fired a gunload of bullets. The whole place turned into an inferno in 1 second. We ran out and escaped from the mine by an inch.
Stupid morons.
The whole mine blew to bits with the floozy and that idiot inside. And the money, unfortunately. I'm sorry, boss. The way we left that place, there was no way to get the money out. And
You lying killer. You killed him, and now you want to keep the money for yourself.
What was that? Gustav, you filthy rat! That was the girl who was screaming. Gustav! Gustav! You won't steal a cent from me.
Perfect. The seed has been sown.
Cool. Oh, and thanks for calling me an idiot.
I'm sorry, but it has to be credible.
It doesn't matter. This came off great.
It sure did. Excuse my lack of modesty, but I did a wonderful job here. And you don't even know about the icing on the cake yet.
What icing?
Listen, and try not to fall to the floor and kiss my feet. I hacked into a Swiss bank and created an account under Gustav and Theodore's names with a balance of $20 million. I printed up a receipt from the account and stuck it into Gustav's wallet. It's hidden well enough that he won't find it before the right time. Tomorrow, I'll instruct Oscar to take the killers out of the jail, blindfold them, and take them far away from here. I'll tell him to abandon them on some remote highway, but to make sure he gives them their stuff back first. Either I'm way off here, or the Sandrettis will soon find them. I wouldn't want to be in their skin when the Sandrettis find the receipt from the Swiss bank.
Simply brilliant, Sushi.
And the mobs can do it themselves.
Beats me. The only thing is, I'll have to lend Oscar the thug's car. I thought I'd use it myself to pick up Gina and go straight to the Mojave Bank before having a panic attack, but...
Oh, take it. It doesn't matter. Oscar can just take one of my Hummers tomorrow.
One of your Hummers?
Yeah, I have 3 in the barn, so that's all worked out. Anyway, let me tell you something. I hate goodbyes. I always end up in tears. So I'd rather just stay here by my computer instead of watching you leave, okay?
Thanks for everything, Sushi. I'll never forget you.
You should end up with sushi instead. I mean, hello.
Send me some email.
My address is sushidouglas@hotmail.com.
Of course I'll write to you, Sushi. So long.
Farewell.
Like, honestly, you should have just dated, like, sushi. Okay, leave Gina alone, man. She's so horrible.
Sheriff, I've got a mosey. I've got an urgent mission elsewhere.
I mean, she has the same voice. It's not the same character, though. It feels different.
Sure. The keys are in the ignition.
About those 2 guys in there, just follow Sushi Douglas's orders. She's the mayor of Douglasville.
I'll do that.
See you soon, Oscar.
Adios, amigo.
I'll say the side characters are better than the main characters. I like Sushi. I like Douglas. I like the drag queens. I don't like Brian or Gina, though.
Goodbye, Brian.
we'll miss you.
He was gay, wasn't he, man?
His expression.
It's amazing how Sushi helped me put
How did this game get not 1 but 2? I don't know, man.
Girl.
I don't know.
Gina at Mama Dorita's house. Her leg had almost totally healed, so we...
It's
headed to the
terrible
Mojave Bank.
story,
There
honestly.
at dusk.
Terrible.
That wouldn't be a problem. Sushi made sure it was the kind of bank where customers can do transactions at any time of day. We were pretty scared, but it turned out getting the money was simpler than we expected.
We're just gonna watch a cutscene. Back when pretty much all PC games were made in Europe and translated into English later. I mean, but there are some that are made like translated into English, but they have great storyline now. Not this one. This one's just horrible. But I'll let the cutscene play out first, though. That's okay. I like that comment. It's just, I don't like this game. You know, the comment's fine. It's just this game is just, ah. Yeah, Art of Murder was amazing. The point and clicks were great. Okay, ignoring the like hidden object, the hidden object games they made.
Believe it?
Art of Murder was great. I played like Chronicles of Mystery.
With a beautiful woman at my side,
You know,
$1 million in the
that one was great too. Siberia is not my thing.
close by, so we headed that
Like
way.
I can see why people enjoyed Siberia, but it's too slow paced for
Caution
me.
to the wind.
I like more
insisted we took
action.
The best room in the hotel, the honeymoon suite, obviously for newlyweds. So we signed in under bogus names, pretending we just got hitched. Let me tell you guys, that sure made up for the bad days I've had. Gina and I, well, let's just say we had
Fuck,
time
I don't
to
want to
get
hear
more
that.
close and personal. One morning when we went down to breakfast, we read in the newspaper that 2 guys' bodies had shown up, riddled with bullets in a New York alley. Their description left no room for doubt. It was definitely Gustav and Fyodor. They didn't give any further information in the paper, but I can imagine what went down.
Stop lying, you leeches.
Is Kate
Where's the
Walker,
money?
not Sprinter?
Swear we don't.
That's a good one, but yeah.
That tramp's little friend is
Siberia, I can see
framed us.
why
What
people
about
like
the
it,
telephone call?
I never made that call, Don Roberto.
You filthy mud.
but it's not my
Think I
thing.
can't recognize
I do like
this
more
cheap
action in
betraying
my
voice?
games.
Cellar rat.
We aren't lying, Don Carlo. We would never betray you guys. Roberto, perhaps they aren't deceiving us. Gustav and Fyodor are our best men, and they've always been loyal.
I know, Carlo. I know. But unfortunately, loyalty comes at a hefty premium these days. And I guess losing it for $20 million isn't a bad deal. So let's see if your faithful boys have an explanation for this. It was tucked away very nicely in Gustav's wallet.
Hey, you
They
scumbags.
spelled account wrong.
Hey, nobody laughs at Carlos Andretti to his face.
That's like a major
Carlo, don't do it.
like a major mistake.
Hey!
Dude, too dramatic, man.
Damn it, Carlo. If they're dead, we'll never get back the money.
I don't care. We got more than enough dough. The most important thing is that nobody else will be enjoying our money.
Yeah, well, too bad.
Everything turned out all right after all. And frankly, I felt no remorse for those 2 killers. I was just sorry the Sandrettis didn't get what
So what about your friend?
Anyway, even though it was unlikely that the Sandrettis would follow up on the matter, it was safer for Gina to take a long vacation where nobody'd recognize her. The Cayman Islands seemed like the perfect place. Gina insisted I go with her, but well, look, I just couldn't. I'd worked so hard to earn my chance to study at Berkeley. I couldn't just throw it all away.
Oh, it is a long ass cutscene at the end, I swear.
We made it. Brian, are you sure you don't want to come with me?
No, Gina. I worked really hard to be able to come here, and I can't just let it all go by the wayside.
Whatever you want. I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too. But it's for the best. This is where I belong.
You could always take a year off and then
That wouldn't work. Be happy, Gina. See you soon.
I'd be happier with stubborn old you. Goodbye.
I just can't take it. Like Lonnie voicing Gina. I hate Gina so much.
Why do I feel like a total
Exactly. They're trying so hard to be George and Nico, and it's shit. Like even the guy's voice, they're trying to imitate like George.
What did you forget
It's so
now?
terrible.
Well, something tells me you're dying to come with me. Am I right?
Maybe, but
Come on, it's
what
just.
about you?
What about me?
Are you dying for me to go with you?
Oh, fuck off
course.
already,
You know that's
please.
silly.
Well, now that I think about it, Berkeley's been here for over 100 years.
Oh
so
my god.
I guess it can wait 1 year more.
Terrible. It's so terrible. Oh my god. They're trying to imitate and they're trying to just copy the Broken Sword series like throughout the entire game, but it's just so terrible. Oh, it's like shit. It's like so shit. How long more do you have to watch them? I don't want to watch them anymore. I'm sorry, this entire series, this game is horrible. I'm sorry. I don't feel anything for Gina or Brian. I'm so sorry. Like it's they're trying too hard to make Brian and Gina be like George and Nico, but it's so terrible. Like, one, Brian is not as interesting as George. I'm sorry. Like, as I mentioned before throughout my playthrough, like, George chose to get involved with the whole mystery in Broken Sword 1 because he was there at the explosion. He chose to investigate and work together with Nico. And throughout the entire like Broken Sword series, even if you're just talking about Broken Sword 1, and even when you don't play as Nico, she's useful. She's trying to do stuff on her part, you know, while George's doing his own thing. You know, they're both like useful in a way. But here, George is like, no, George. Brian is doing most of the work. But he's dragged into the mess by Gina. And Gina disappears for the majority of the game, not doing anything. And the game always has an explanation where you go on a date, you're hurt or what. It's just she's always gone. She's not doing anything or contributing to the story when it's her story. And yeah, George had a charm. He's quirky and lovable, yeah. Brian is kind of like a tool because he was just dragged around. That's true. Because George is like, because he chose to be there. Everything that he does is on his own accord. Like, he is there because he wants to be. And he's quirky. You know? He has his flaws, sure, but he's charming, you know? He makes it work. Right? And so you can't help but like him, you know? But Brian is he just felt like he's being used. He's being guilt-tripped the entire game by Gina, who kept saying, oh, you can't leave me alone. You have to do this for me, for my father. And then we realized towards the end of the game that we were lied to. Unless you're Nina. Yeah, Nina doesn't like George. I don't know why, though. I can understand not liking Gabriel Knight, but I don't understand why you don't like George. Lovable guy. There's nothing bad about George. I don't understand why people don't like George. You know, especially in comparison with this guy. Because honestly, the whole game, like from the get-go, when we heard his voice, we're like, oh my god, this is George, isn't it? And then being blonde and then looking so much like him, you'd think that, oh, it's like George, but it's not George. They're just trying to imitate George.
Thinking. Ryan's the kind of geek who'd rather be studying at Berkeley than to party with a hot girl.
No, not surprised.
I admit I almost did.
I bought the whole bundle. I know you guys are on a date and shit. I hate it.
A long time ago. In the film, the main character reaches the conclusion that there are times in life when you have to know when to say.
It leads to the second game.
What the heck?
This is the second game.
Rub some lotion on my back.
Of course, dear. I'll be right with you. Well, friends, now I must bid you farewell. As you can see, Duty calls. I hope I haven't bored you too much with this little adventure story. So,
I am bored.
be seeing you
It's
real
terrible.
soon, okay?
Brian, are you coming?
Sorry, I hate hearing Lonnie's voice
Friend?
playing Gina. I'm so sorry. I just keep thinking her and Nancy Drew. I can't stand it. Back to my point. Brian, throughout the entire game and towards the end, he was lied to. Lonnie is the voice casting director as well. I mean, I'm sorry, Lonnie, you're a great voice actress, but you have such a recognizable voice that even if you're trying to play multiple different characters, it's so obvious it's you, and I can't be immersed in a story when every single female character that I meet is you. I've heard like 6, 7 voices of Lonnie in this game at this point. It's kind of boring. I know there's a black screen. I don't know why the game has a black screen when there's music, but whatever. It's okay. Yeah, we're back to this page. I'll just load up something you guys could see. Not her fault. Actor can play different characters. I feel like okay, her voicing different characters. I think probably the realistic reason is because of budget issues. Because I'm assuming that Lonnie isn't cheap to hire. Because she is well known. She has been doing voice acting for a long time. I don't think she's like a very cheap actress to hire. And she may be good, but unfortunately, there's a flaw in the sense that her voice is too distinct. And with this game, when you hear 6 voices of the same person over and over again, hard to get immersed, especially another thing, because this game, they like to have the, if you stay still for too long, Brian likes to motion and even knock if you're at the inventory area to remind you, hey, you should move, you should do something, and they keep breaking fourth wall. It makes it even harder for me to be immersed in a story that's already bad to begin with. Like Brian bland. The only good thing I can say about him is bland. Is he doesn't feel like there's nothing to him. His entire personality and the reason why he's involved is not because he chose to be involved, which again I was lied to by the Steam summary page, which said that it was a random college kid that get chased after by the mafia. Makes you believe that the entire story revolves around Brian and he's the one somehow getting involved with the mafia. But you soon find out obviously it's not him that technically they want, it's the girl. He's only involved because his one whole being, the one whole reason he's involved is Gina. He fell in love with her. Love at first sight. That's it. That's his entire reason as to why he's there. No other reason. Not great as character, because there's nothing to him outside of that. It's shit. It's not like, say, George and Nico, which again, George did, in a way, is attracted to Nico the moment he lays eyes on her, because Nico is beautiful. But there's a buildup. He doesn't automatically just want to get involved because, oh, he's so in love with Nico, he has to do everything for her. No, he is involved because he almost got killed. He wants to investigate. He wants to find out who is the guy who almost killed him and then actually killed the professor at the cafe. And then obviously Nico's involved, and they're like, you know what, let's investigate together. And then as they hang out and everything, and you do get to talk to Nico in Broken Sword, which is not something you can actually do much with Gina, especially in the beginning of like half of the game. You don't see her at all, because she's gone. You can't even talk to her if you want to. Unlike Nico, where you constantly check up with her, everything, and you see their love build up. No, this one is instantly in love. They don't even get to really hang out or anything. She's gone most of the time. Somehow he cares about her so much that even if his life is in danger, he just has to be involved. And then towards the end, we find out that the entire game is lying to us. It's not Gina that's just lying to us. It's the game itself lying to us. That's a problem here. I don't like it when the game lies to us. They make it a completely different cutscene at the beginning of the game, which makes you believe that, oh, this is like the entire storyline is based on Gina and the father, right? But then it's not Gina and it's not the father. It was actually Johnny. And then they showed another cutscene with Johnny, and then you're like, you lied to me. This game just tricked us for that plot twist, and it's shit. It's not a good plot twist when you can't do it with actual storytelling without lying to the player. So that's bad enough. The game itself is not interesting enough to capture my attention, like the entire game. Because I'm supposed to care about Gina and stuff, but she's not interesting enough for me to care about. She's gone most of the time. And then all she does whenever she shows up is just to guilt trip Brian. Like, you can't leave me alone. You have to do this for me. It's like she acts entitled all the time, and then Brian just does it anyway. And then especially after you find out that Gina lied the whole time, he's doing it pretty much for the money. And towards the very end there, we got to the ending, right? Not once had he brought up Clive, his friend, who went out of his way to try and help him and got killed. Not once towards the end, like after everything the mafia has done, had they brought him up. Not once had they said, or even like Gina saying, I'm so sorry about your friend. I'm sorry that I got him killed. I'm sorry I got you involved. There's nothing, no mention of all the shit that Brian had to be put through. And his friend and the innocent janitor and everyone else that had to sacrifice and do so much for you and because you want money. It's just they forgot completely about Clive. Like, what happened to your friend there? He's just dead for no reason now? Because you're just in love with this lady? And it's not like George and Nico where they build up the relationship. They're great. They're good people. Okay? They work together. And even when they split up, like, for example, like for I think the second game, or they did like split up for a bit because it said like George had to go back to the United States because of his dad or something like that. But yet they still had another build-up or is it with the fifth game? It could be the fifth game. I forgot which game. I played too many Broken Sword. But yeah, they did split up even for a little bit. Sort of a tiny like mini breakup off the screen or something. Then he came back, and then you see them slowly starting to care for each other again, love and all that. But this one is like they're trying to imitate it too much. Like, in the beginning, it's just a voice being similar, and that's fine. It's a voice thing. It's nothing. We thought it was the same voice actor. It's not. Surprise. The guy who voiced Brian in this game voices Rentaro and the other dude, Mason, in Nancy Drew's series. It's that same guy. Did you tell? His voice is so different. Like, he really made his voice so much like George Stobart's voice, to the point where everyone in the peanut gallery who was with me is like, hey, is that George? I didn't want to bring it up because I thought it was just me, but they were like, wait, is this George? This is like a George and Nancy fan fiction, is it? Because Nancy's voice, like Lonnie's voice is very obvious. But it turns out not the case. He's just purposely making his voice sound like George. And in the beginning, it looks like that. Very nerdy, nothing like George at all. Never mind, it's cool. It's just a voice thing. But as the game slowly progresses, he starts to act more and more like George, starts to look like George. The hair, the outfit, the way he talks. They're trying to really emulate George and Nico, but it's not working. And especially with the way they talk. It's not like George where he has interesting monologue, and stuff. This game, the way he monologues and the way he says stuff, they do it in a way where they make the player feel stupid. They have to say everything as if I can figure it out on my own, or things that we know. It's like he has to say it in a way that it's like I can give it an excuse that maybe this game's made for kids. Although with the whole story plot though, it's at the very least had to be PG-13. There are guns and blood in this one, so I don't think it's actually made for kids. But the way they talk make it feel like it's for kids. But clearly it's with the theme of the game. I don't think that's the case, and that's bad. So I don't like this game. I really don't. And towards the end, it's just they really try hard to make me want to like Brian and Gina, or at the very least care about them, but I don't at all. I don't know if I want to continue playing the second and third game because I don't care for them. Should I look at reviews? I'll look at reviews. I'll look at reviews for the second. You know what? And the worst thing about this second game of this series is pretty shit. It's really badly reviewed, guys. The second game for this series is said to be the worst. It's mixed on Steam. I'll show you. What do you feel when the game ended? That's the answer. I feel like shit. Which I probably should end the YouTube video first, because the game's ended. I'm showing you this page. See, it's mixed. You guys can't see. You can't see my mouse here. It's not great. It's not great. But before I just continue talking, the actual Runaway Road adventure is over. I don't fancy it. If anyone watches the video on YouTube, you finished the playthrough. Well, good for you, because I don't know, man. The story itself is not very attracting. So if you actually watched the entirety of the playthrough for me, thank you so much. So yeah, that's it for Runaway Road Adventure. I'll see you all in the next video. May or may not be Runaway 2, actually. I might just play something else. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Folks on YouTube.